Here, and I just want to read a comment. Oftentimes I'm talking about being attacked in the comment section. Now, I get this, Petey's thin-skinned, and these comments like this, like you're just supposed to sit there and take people picking on you and saying stuff that I consider to be negative in the comment section. So this guy calls himself Raw Skies, okay? Ra, let's look that up. What is Ra? R-A. Ra. Okay? It's rheumatoid arthritis. Okay? So he's rheumatoid arthritis Skies. The Skies apparently need an aspirin. Ra is believed to be to rule in all parts of the created world. In the sky, the earth, the underworld. He was the god of the sun. So this is the god of the sun's sky. That's what this guy calls himself. Oopsies. This channel has no videos, which every time, occasionally it'll be some guy who I'm going to be the next PewDiePie, and he's got 6 uploads, usually of him smoking marijuana through some glass thing that they've paid $80 for because they're too stupid to figure out how to blow glass on their own, or order it from eBay where you can get it direct from China for $8. They'll be maybe walking their dog, saying, "Who's my dog?" over and over again, like that's really funny, and face tattoos. Nothing against Trippy Red and all those other fine folks. Now, let's go to Raw Sky's comment. I did this video. It's Tube Depot unboxing. Okay? This was, I had done several videos talking about my love for Switchcraft 90 connectors. I had ordered one from this company, Tube Depot, and it showed up missing a part. And I talked about that. They took care of it. They shipped me right away. It showed up nicely packaged. So I did an unboxing for that to try to say, hey, Tube Depot screwed up, but they took care of it right away, no questions asked. They didn't ask for a photo, nothing. They were really cool about it. Now, that was maybe 4 in the morning when I did that. It was a busy day. I uploaded an entire album, the first self-titled album of the Family Band. I made videos of that. I tried to just throw something together to keep people's interest there. Because really, the point is the studio recordings are pretty good. Despite the fact my daughter was 4 and she can't really sing at that point. And I wasn't going to coach her at all. That was, the point was, she was supposed to sing like a little kid with a speech impediment. And we thought our daughter was really cute. If you see video of her, she was cute. You can't deny that. So I get that, when it's not your kid, it's annoying, but figured with enough, rock and roll production, we could keep it interesting even for the adults. And I think it was a good project. I stand behind that music. It's a good album. So the thought had crossed my mind, I could edit all of these and then upload one a day. And we do have a Shrimpy and the Peas channel, which we're locked out of. We can't find the email address that's connected with because the company went out of business. That email address is no longer, it just doesn't exist. So, Raw Skies, 10 hours ago, he edited this. Oh, I wonder what the edit was. Can I see that? Click on it. I like your video. They not bad, dude. Especially acid casualties. Now this is what really pisses me off. Anybody commenting in there's plenty of videos on the topic of acid casualties on my channel for you to make comments. Please don't come on other topic videos talking about acid casualties, because that tells me one thing. You don't care about any of my other videos. You don't care about me. You don't care about the fact I make music with my wife, that I build the gear that we use when we make music. I build all the pedals, all the amps. I built the PA. So I don't want to hear that you love acid casualties anymore. That was 2016. It's done. It's over with. I moved it. All of the episodes are at BitChute. And if I do update that and you want to talk about it or tell me how much you love it, go to a fucking acid casualties video and do that there. Don't do that in my Tube Depot unboxing video. So Ra, the king of all skies, the god of sun, who has no uploads, I like your video. They not bad, dude, especially acid casualties. Also, I can't subscribe to any YouTuber that floods a subfeed with too many video in one day. C-O-S. Cause it throws out the balance of my feed. All the best, bud. Maybe you'll find less is more, or create more sub-channels to manage the rate of content, and your channel continues to grow bigger than ever. My response: this channel has no videos, LOL. And right now, I am going to hide user from channel. This is what I do. Hide user from channel means he can come on here and go, "You Petey Two Finger, you smell like poop," and type all he wants, hit enter. No one's going to see that but him. Okay, it's called a shadow ban, and I'm not sure if that means, if hide user from channel, that means he can't see my videos anymore, and I could care less. I'm not doing this for views. I do not care about what you or anybody else thinks or feels about what I do on this channel. This is for me. My dad died when I was 15. It came up quick. He was malpracticed. They asphyxiated him with his own dental bridge. A nurse jammed the tube, which caught on his bridge, and she lodged that in his throat, and he choked on his own dental bridge to death. He was in a coma because his real doctor was on a golf vacation, and they gave him a double dose of this medicine that was normally used for treatment for his condition that he was highly allergic to. The replacement physician who came in, because the other guy's golf vacation, didn't read his charts. My dad was not supposed to have that medicine. They gave him that medicine in error because the guy didn't read the charts, put my dad in a coma, and his throat filled up with phlegm, and he was having a death rattle. And it was so bad, it was freaking everyone out on the whole floor. It was so loud and so horrible of a noise. They were going to put a tube in his throat and suction the phlegm out, because he couldn't clear his own throat because he was in a coma, and he was in jeopardy of drowning in his own mucus. My mom was in the room. She saw the nurse force, with a suction tube, his own dental bridge into his throat, and he expired at the age of 43. It was 9 days before my 15th birthday. So I'm a little weird about certain things. Okay, number one, mortality. I never thought I would live to see 50. Never. Number two, doctors and nurses. I don't like them. I don't like getting anywhere near a hospital. And for a while there, somebody was making me appointments at the same hospital where this happened, and I put the kibosh on that. I don't like driving anywhere near that place. I remember the smell. That's what I remember the most. Now, if you haven't lost somebody like a mom or a dad when you were at that age, you kind of can't understand how I feel and what I went through. So let's not comment and tell me you're sorry. I really don't. That's not what this is about. This isn't about don't let people get to you. Please don't make those kind of comments to me, okay? Because you probably don't get these type of comments. You're probably somebody who overwhelmingly everyone tells you how much they love you on your channel. I don't get that. I get a little bit of that, and then I get people picking on me. Now, the other thing that I'm weird about because of losing my dad when I was a kid is videotaping shit. Somehow I feel if I film everything, I will live forever. Okay? My grandkids will get to see who I was and what I did. That's the whole reason for me with this channel. It has nothing to do with paying my rent with YouTube dollars or meeting a waifu or Chinese girls. None of the other reasons that people do this. Okay? This is specifically just for me and my loved ones, this channel. Now, it turned into a thing. I thought maybe I could help some people, show them how I do my DIY, teach them you got to use plumber's flux. You got to have a decent, hot enough soldering iron for the job. Once you get the solder to stick, and that's by using plumber's flux, you clean it off with alcohol and a little brush, and then you're good to go. You know, electronics is two things. Red and black, don't mix them up. It's not that complicated. People are like, oh, I can't believe you know about electronics. I don't know anything, okay? I kind of fake my way through it. I think my way through a problem, and I use pencil and paper to make drawings because it's too complicated for me to envision a lot of times. So the long and short of it is people coming in here saying, you know, you did more than a dozen uploads yesterday, and that was all I saw on my feed. And like I've done that a few times when I've uploaded video for an album. Like back in 2017 or 2016, I uploaded some albums. So this is like once every 3 or 4 years this happens on this channel where I upload a bunch of videos. Sometimes I make 3 or 4 videos a day. Okay? And if that's going to infuriate you, you don't need to comment about it. Obviously, the only reason you're here is for acid casualties, and when you see this type of video of me sitting here in this setting, it makes you furious because you're waiting for another episode of acid casualties, which is never going to happen. Okay? So this is the type of thing that gets me going. This is what gets my blood pressure up, and I know I'm going to get comments. I'm disabling the comments on this video because I don't expect the people who I respect, my friends on here, to understand where I'm coming from. It pisses me off when I get these comments on here. You know, it's, oh, don't let it roll. Don't, you know, you're a good guy. Don't let them drag you down to their level, or like all of this, like it's on me now. Like I'm just supposed to sit here and not react to someone coming in here and it basically insulting me with their negativity. And I've said it over and over and over again on this channel. I don't tolerate negativity. If you're going to be anything but nice in the comment section, you get shadow banned or hide user from the channel. And you know, I've been down this road. I've had my fair of internet trolls and people who hated me and hated my family and threatened me and all this drama and all this bullshit with young ignorant people. Just the worst people. Okay, and the difference is, my life, I've got something to show. Yesterday, I uploaded a dozen videos that I made in one day. Yeah, they're not great, but they're good videos. And the music is very good. There's a whole album, okay? Tomorrow, I'm going to make music outdoors with gear that I built to film and edit those videos. So there'll be more music coming up here, more electronic projects. I mean, I don't have to spell it out. I'm producing stuff, and I'm busy, and I set goals, and I accomplish those goals. I check them off. I get stuff done. Okay. These are the people who they don't have that in their life. Okay. They signed up for a YouTube channel. They've made playlists of what they think is great. Like they think somebody's going to come to their channel and click on one of the, let me this guy, he really knows the good videos. Let me, Raw Skies. I'm going to subscribe to that channel. No, I'm smart enough to figure out how to type into the search engine and quickly weed out 99% of the videos that have no worth. Okay, I can do that on my own. So, what's the real reason that this guy signed up for a YouTube account is so he can tell people like me and put himself above me. Okay, Ross Guys is trying to say, hey, I'm up here looking down at you because your channel, you're never going to be a big channel, and like your videos are okay, like I kind of like you, like that one thing you did 5 years ago was really good that you're never going to do again. The only reason I subscribed to you, and I can't get it through my head because I didn't watch all of the content in the series, because episode 6 and every other video after 7 that I made, and there's about 10 of them, I go on and 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 on about how the series is done. That there's never going to be another episode. So, again, be nice. The series is over. And if you want to try to get to me, or try to be funny, or tell me how to run my channel, enjoy your shadow ban. Because that's how that works here. Anything but overwhelming positivity, or if it doesn't fall under the 2 words, be nice. And you know what? If you don't like something, you don't have to you don't have to be nice. You just go to the next video. That's what I do. If I click on somebody's channel and it's a guy with a horrible, hideous speech impediment, maybe he's offensively not my type of person in the face and what he wears, maybe he's just like a total douchebag, and he's screaming at me that I need to smash the like button. I don't go in there and tell the guy what I think of him and why he's offensive to me and what he needs to do to be successful and not infuriate me. I click on the little X. I go to the next video. I find something else to watch. Because if that's all I did was tear people a new one for bad audio, like this is some music podcast, like, oh, I'm this music genius and I can play this instrument and they can. They just could never write a listenable song. And then they've got some guests on, and the guest sounds like he's in a garbage can 3 houses down the street, and then the other guy's mic is so hot it's distorting my speakers, and like they edited like that. Like how many and this is supposedly like a guy who knows about audio. And I've stopped commenting on that stuff. It took a while, it took a few years for me to be able to let it go and just say, you know what? It's so unbelievably bad. I'm reading all these other people who are saying, great interview, and I can't believe you got him on and all this, and like nobody else noticed or had the guts to tell him, but it's not my place, because you know what? That guy's going to figure it out on his own. He's going to eventually, years are going to go by, he's going to click back on that one day when he's checking out something. Maybe he's not like me. I go back and watch my old stuff from time to time and learn from my mistakes. So yeah, I'm not going to apologize for getting upset and ranting and raving and letting this guy get to me. He didn't get to me. He didn't. I shadow banned him. I'm never going to have to talk to him again. Anybody who would call themselves raw skies, it just says a real lot about, like, that's, I don't want anything to do with a person like that. Okay? You're not the center of the universe, dude. And I could care less about the balance of your feed. So yeah, I replaced a failed switch push button in the powered mixer and put batteries in that. I was up late making notes, and I had to set up my pedal board on the ground, like basically set everything up how I'm going to set it up at the remote. I've got these little like throw rugs that I roll out and then set the pedals on top of there because it's kind of dusty. It's from a game, a kid's game called Stackers with a Z, where you do this thing with these cups, stack them up or something, and there's a timer. Well, that stack mat is designed to, I think, kill some of the noise of this game, because it's kind of like slamming a cup on a flat, hard surface would make kind of an annoying sound. And so this is like a rubberized cloth. And they're kind of neat looking. I've been collecting them. We've got 4 of the Stackers cloths. One of them is like, I don't know, it's like greenish, and it's got like a dragon on it or something, like World of Ages, some kind of rip-off thing. Then there's another, like a leatherette throw. So we put those down and then put the stuff on top of it, including my pedals. And this year, I'm going from having just a multi-effector. I modded the multi-effector and added these switches, and I forget what they do. It was something where you would have to bend down and hit these switches on it, and now I can hit them with my feet. There's a little external box with a cable that goes into the multi-effector. And it's the Zoom G3 mod. You can look that up if you have a G3, you can do it. It's a recommended mod. So I went from having just that box to an expansion box, and then adding a volume pedal, and now I've got the Moore Ocean Machine with its air controller, and then I've got the Zoom has a expression pedal. There's an expression pedal for the Moore Ocean Machine, then the volume pedal, so it's 3 expression pedals, and then there's a splitter box, an active splitter to split the guitar signal and send it 2 places. So one goes to the modeling rig, which is through the it comes in to the volume pedal and then goes to the splitter box. And one line goes to the G3, to the Moore, out stereo to the Moore, and then stereo out to an EQ, an outboard EQ, and then into the mixer. And then those EQ, the frequencies on the EQ are a little bit more tailored to the guitar frequency response. That's why I'm using that rather than the board. It's just a dirty habit I got into and I still use it. It's an 18-volt EQ. I like it. I really like it. So the other side of that splitter box feeds a Carl Martin Plexitone, which is like adding 3 channels to an amp. It's got a boost and then 2 gain stages and then a bypass switch. And of course, I'm using a little noise gate. So I put an internal battery pack inside the Carl Martin, and then that power jack now is hot, so I made another little cable so that I can power the noise gate satellites off of the battery pack in the Carl Martin. So it's just like a lot of making cables. I ordered, speaking of Switchcraft 90s, I ordered imitation, like not the imitation switchgrass. These are the ones that have the round barrel connector, a round tube, and then it flips around, and then the stinger. So those I got, like, I don't know, I got 4 of those, and then I ordered 4 more, and I had 3 here. So yeah, all that stuff came in, and I was replacing a lot of old crappy 90 connectors that are just not good quality. So yesterday was just like soldering cables, setting stuff up, replacing a switch, all of this. Just, it's all the maintenance stuff that I have to do every year before we go out. So it's like we go through the season, and at the end of the year there's some stuff to fix. So we did all that yesterday. I finished off my list. My daughter was telling me she's been playing Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5. I think she has an Xbox 360 that she's playing that on, because she said that the controllers light up red and blue when you get pulled over, when the cops are behind you, and it makes her heart rate get going. She's scheming driving her car. She loves driving games, my daughter. That's her thing. We got a steering wheel set up with a gear shifter, and she used to play this Forza or something. It was just like, I couldn't be in the room with it. It was so much plastic creaking, and she was just like all sweaty and angry, and like it's just like whoa, like all these sound effects. I'm like, I can't handle this, old fogey syndrome. Like I can't even be in the room with it. She's like, Dad, come and play with me. She's like, you gotta try this little tiny Fiat. It's really cool. I'm not driving that piece of shit racer. Do they have any like old Chevy or it's like Bluesmobile I can drive? Like maybe I'll drive that, but I'm not getting in that virtual Fiat. Rainbow Parade, am I going to be driving through in that thing? So yeah, she's really into that Grand Theft. I played Grand Theft Auto 3. It was like, hey baby, you want a date? And then you take a baseball bat and just beat this hooker, beat the money out of the hooker, and like I remember driving around going to some garage or something because I couldn't beat this level, and I just kind of got like frustrated after playing it for a couple of days. Remember there was a hospital in it, I think. Grand Theft Auto 3, and I've never played any of that San Andreas or all that. Like I know a lot of kids have gotten turned on to like Parliament, Funkadelic, and Suicidal Tendencies because that's the music in the game. Like they have some cool music in that game. So that's great. That's great. Any way that we can get people away from the music they sell at Walmart is a good thing to me. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to play that Grand Theft Auto 5 today for my relaxing time. Cool down here from getting my blood pressure up so high. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm disabling the comments on this because I really don't want any of my regular people to let me know that I shouldn't be bothered. I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. You're right. I shouldn't let people get to me if they're going to be dicks in the comment section. But how I'm going to handle it is I'm going to talk about it here. I'm going to make a half-hour video ranting about it. So to me, it's not a waste of time. It's not at all. It's the more people that see stuff like this, maybe they'll start to think like, hey, some people read the comments. I know there's two types of people, the type of people that do and the type of people that don't. And if you want to be like a big wig YouTuber, you don't read the comments. Well, that's not me. That's not me. I read them. And be nice. It's that simple.